you don't want to miss the 4 lessons about mental health that I learned and still use today after living in Japan for 4 years. These ideas can help you improve the quality of your life no matter where you live in the world. But be warned, once you hear these aha lessons, especially the top 2 concepts, you're probably going to see the world a bit differently from now on. Hi, my name is Dr. Justin Adam Gelsizer, and this channel is all about protecting your mental health. Subscribe below and hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Let's get started. Number 4, the Japanese idea of ma. This character is a combination of sun and gate, or more literally, it can mean the sun that enters through the empty space in the doorway. According to Melissa Breyer, ma is not a celebration of things, but the space between them. It is about the negative space, voids, and emptiness. And it is relished in everything from interiors, architecture, and garden design, to music, flower arrangement, and poetry, and actually beyond. It can be found in most aspects of Japanese life. Here is a fun example from Danish psychologist Edgar Rubin that we can use to illustrate this point. What do you see when you first look at this picture? Do you see a vase or 2 women with long noses looking at each other? Ma can be seen as the white space between these 2 women, which is often overlooked. But recognizing that it exists and has a form of its own, then it could be respected and help us appreciate the world in a whole new way. A 2017 mixed method study looked at 17 health professionals who survived the magnitude 9 earthquake in Japan, which killed over 15,000 people. It investigated the effects of breathing-based meditation on seminar participants. Following the 45-minute meditation session, the present study participants reported improvements in all psychological states: anger, confusion, depression, fatigue, strain, and vigor. It also revealed several common themes. For example, emancipation from chronic and bodily senses, transcending mind-body, self-control, and our gratitude, coming out of pain in the aftermath of the earthquake that had emerged as expressions of participant meditation experiences. It was by looking at and examining the often ignored empty spaces of their minds that they were able to recognize existing trauma and pain or blockages in the doorways of their minds, remove them, and then allow more healthy energy and light to come through them. Okay, before we get to the top 2, which I know you will enjoy, here is number 3, the idea of Wabi-Sabi, or embracing and appreciating the beauty of imperfection. In Western countries, flaws are considered bad and things that should be hidden. But within Japanese tradition, such thinking is quite the opposite. The example commonly used is that of an old clay pot. It may not be perfectly symmetrical and its colors may be worn down, but it's that very uniqueness and realism that is beautiful, as it closely reflects the natural world. This is in complete contrast to the world of social media and technology that uses things such as beauty filters to create perfect symmetry, remove any flaws, and standardize beauty. A beauty filter is a photo editing tool that allows users to smooth out their skin, enhance their lips and eyes, contour their nose, alter their jawline and cheekbone, etc. In other words, aesthetics are reduced to predictable cookie cutter patterns. One research study looked at 18 female college students in California. It looked at Instagram and Snapchat, which are visually based social media platforms that are popular among young women, and their use of beauty filters. Due to these beauty filters, the study found these young women are now more aware of their physical appearance compared to other women, and are even seeking plastic surgery to alter their appearance to look just like their filtered photos. This trend is called Snapchat dysmorphia. I learned in Japan that each moment, relationship, or place in nature is unique. It will never be found again in the same way. That is beautiful because it is unique. Imagine the positive impact this can have on the mental health of society by embracing a Wabi-Sabi approach. Number 2, the Japanese onsen, or hot spring. Japanese onsens are some of the most beautiful hot springs in the world. The process of using them is often called a bath cure. This is definitely one of the things I miss most about Japan. Without a doubt, Japanese people are some of the cleanest that you will ever meet. In fact, it is common for them to change their shoes 30, 40 times a day as they enter various spaces. in order to keep them clean and show respect for that particular space by not bringing in the dirt from another location. The same process of cleanliness is true before you use an onsen. It is essential before diving in the bath or in hot springs to purify oneself by washing and scrubbing your entire body and prepare your body to fully connect with nature in the hot spring. These hot springs are a time to cleanse your mind as well as your body. Onsens are mineral-rich volcanic hot water pools. There's jacuzzis, saunas, steam rooms, and cold spring pools. One study showed how cortisol levels, or stress hormones, decreased after 4 weeks of regular use. It also showed potential to be useful in preventative diseases, chronic diseases, and in rehabilitation, and in pre and post operations. But the good news is you can still use this Japanese process of the onsen anywhere in the world, even if you don't live near an active volcano. The act of cleansing your body and mind on a daily basis can also be done through a simple shower or bath and taking time away from stressors that can trigger higher cortisol levels in your body. Okay, number 1, Sadō, chadō, the way of tea, or chanoyu, tea ceremony. The process of the tea ceremony is about focusing on simplicity and ritual when performing a task or goal. Right now, I'm reading this book that talks all about the Japanese tea ceremony. So what can we learn from it? Otemae is the elaborate process of making tea for guests. What may seem incredibly simple at first, the act of making a cup of tea for someone, is actually a centuries-old tradition that requires years of training and guidance. Experiencing a ceremony in a temple in Kyoto or Tokyo, for example, is an unforgettable experience. As an act of Zen Buddhism, ancient samurai were said to have reached states of enlightenment, or Wabi-Sabi during the process. In fact, the process of preparing and serving tea in Japan is so challenging, many Japanese people stay away from ever trying to learn it. But what can we learn from this when we realize and appreciate seemingly mundane tasks as something that can bring deep, profound meaning to our lives? It can help us appreciate the things around us more, whether it's doing dishes, working out, paying bills, or even making a cocktail for a friend. There is a lot we can learn about ourselves and others in the process. It can also help us to slow down our minds, calm our emotions, focusing on a single task that removes the juggling act of distractions. It's you, the tea, and the process. You can get in an intentional zone where worries melt away. This is true for any process beyond tea, like playing an instrument, reading a book, or going for a walk. In my own life, I have learned from chanoyu that focusing on simplicity and repetition of a single task or goal can lead to a deeper appreciation of the things around me, rather than jumping around from one task to another, i.e. multitasking. Or stop myself from thinking I have accomplished a goal and appreciating the fact that there are always ways to improve and enjoy it a bit more. As Hosokawa Tadaoki says, the way of the tea lies in studying the ceremony, in understanding the principles, and in grasping the reality of things. These are its 3 rules. Which one of these 4 principles did you enjoy the most? Or which one would you like to try in your own life? Comment below, let me know, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and share it with a friend if you think this might be useful. I also want to dedicate this video to Erica Kohlberg. She has been a huge inspiration to me with starting this YouTube channel, and even teaches a course about it. See the link in the description section for more information about this and her law firm Plug & Law. And since she is currently based in Japan, I thought of her when making this video. So, honto ni arigatou gozaimasu. Anata wa watashi ni suggoku oshiemashita desu. Arigatou. All right, stay tuned for my next video on protecting your mental health.